Welcome to OpenEco 2.5. This is the first of two videos that will discuss in more detail the emission rate functionality enhancements we've made in this version of the greenhouse gas calculation tool. To find out what emission rates your buildings are using, to change these, or to set up custom emission rates, you need to be within the greenhouse gas functionality of the OpenEco site. So to do that, you need to navigate over to the building dashboard. You can now do that quickly from the My Organization screen. This top-level dashboard, which we call the building dashboard, shows all the campuses and buildings you've set up for your organization. From here, you can go directly to the custom emission rates setup screen, or you can go to the individual building screens to review what emission rates they're already using and to change these if you so desire. So let's look at this building. Here on this screen, you'll see that it will list the emission rate framework, that's eGrid consolidated, and the actual emission rate within that framework that is assigned to this building. Because it says eGrid consolidated, I know that when this building was set up, the account administrator chose default. If this building was outside the United States and they'd chosen default, it would say WRI consolidated, and then say specifically which rate within that framework is being used for this building. But we're going to talk about what happens when you don't want to use the default emission rate. Now, if you don't see these orange edit buttons on these building screens, it means you're not an account administrator and you'll need to have your rights upgraded in order to make these changes or access the screens I'm going to show you. So this is the building setup screen for the building we were just looking at, and you'll see here there's the emission framework that we saw displayed on the previous page and the emission rate. There are other options, however. In addition to the default rates, you can choose the two most recent eGrid rates for buildings inside the United States, or one of the three most recent rate sets from the World Resources Institute. You see here that because I have defined a custom rate for this organization, I have the option of custom. If you do not see custom listed in this list, it means you have none of these set up, and you'll need to go back a screen and go over and set a rate up before you can choose one for this building. It's important to note that if you choose one of these specific emission rate frameworks and you assign them to this building, those rates will be applied to all the utility usage information, electricity usage information put in for this building regardless of calendar year. So you should be very careful and be sure that's really what you want. It is common for organizations to do this. For Sun Microsystems, for instance, has a base year of 2007 and a goal period to the year 2015, but we have decided to use only the eGrid 2007 emission rates for every year to keep the emission rate tables consistent. So for us, we would just choose eGrid 2007 and go with that for the entire goal period. But again, you should be sure you want your historical data to have the rate table that you chose. In the next video, we'll talk more specifically about setting up custom emission rates for your buildings. Thanks very much.